Hello and welcome back to Insight English. I'm Niharika, and today I've got something a little different for you. We are going to practice English through a story, but don't worry, we are not diving into an entire novel. What you'll hear is a shortened, easy to follow version made especially for learners. The story is called Treasure Island, and my friend and colleague Richard will read it for you in a slow, clear voice. Here's how the lesson will work. First, you'll listen to the story using simple language and a gentle pace. After that, I'll go over key vocabulary from the story and explain each word in an easy, straightforward way. Finally, you'll practice shadowing. You can pause, repeat aloud, or even write down what you hear. So get ready. This is Treasure Island, told especially for English learners. Long ago, in a quiet seaside village, there was a modest inn called the Admiral Bamboo. A young boy named Jim Hawkins lived there with his parents. Life at the inn was calm and ordinary. Only a handful of travelers came by, and nothing unusual ever happened, until one day everything changed. An old seaman arrived. He was big, tough-looking, and had a deep scar across his face. He spoke rarely but always seemed tense. Every morning, he climbed a hill near the shore with a telescope and stared out over the water as if expecting someone. He drank a lot of rum and sang old pirate songs that frightened the guests. His name was Billy Bones. Billy told Jim to watch for a sailor with one leg and paid him a silver coin each month to be on the lookout. Jim didn't really know why Billy was so frightened, but it was clear he was hiding from someone. One day a blind man came to the inn. His name was Pew, and he was even more frightening than Billy. He gave Billy something called the black spot, a pirate's signal of danger and death. Billy went pale with fear, and moments later he collapsed and died. His heart simply failed. After his death, Jim and his mother opened his small chest to collect the money he owed them. Inside, they found coins from many lands and something even more valuable, a treasure map. It showed where the famous pirate Captain Flint had hidden his gold years before. Jim took the map to Dr. Livesey, a smart and kind doctor, and to Squire Trelawney, a wealthy landowner. Together, they planned a voyage across the sea to search for the treasure. Their great adventure was about to begin. Dr. Livesey and Squire Trelawney hired a ship called the Hispaniola. The ship was sturdy and beautiful, built for a long journey across the sea. They also found someone to command the voyage, a man named Captain Smollett. He was strict and serious, but also honest and just. Jim was allowed to join the crew as a cabin boy, and he was thrilled. He had never set foot on a ship before and felt proud to be part of such an adventure. One of the crew members was Long John Silver, who had been hired as the cook. He had only one leg and moved around with the help of a wooden crutch, yet he was surprisingly quick and always wore a cheerful smile. Silver was clever, friendly, and full of amusing stories from his life at sea. He even had a green parrot perched on his shoulder that constantly squawked, "Pieces of 8, pieces of 8." At first, everyone liked him. He joked with the men and helped wherever he could. But soon, Jim uncovered a frightening secret. One day, he was hiding inside a barrel on the ship. While he crouched there, he overheard Silver speaking with some of the crew. Jim realized that Silver and many of the sailors were actually pirates. They had a plan. Once the treasure was discovered, they would seize the ship and keep the riches for themselves. Jim was terrified, but he stayed silent and listened closely. Later, he warned Captain Smollett and the loyal men on board. Now they understood the danger. Many of the crew could not be trusted. They had to prepare themselves and stay alert. After many days at sea, the Hispaniola finally reached Treasure Island. The island was lush, wild, and very still. There were forests, hills, rocks, and hidden caves. It looked peaceful, but Jim and his friends knew danger might be waiting. Some of the crew went ashore immediately. Jim joined them, but before long, he wandered off by himself into the forest. As Jim wandered through the island, he came across a peculiar man named Ben Gunn. Ben had once been a pirate, but his crewmates had abandoned him there. He had survived alone for 3 years, living on berries and goats. Though a little odd, he was gentle and welcoming. Ben revealed a huge secret to Jim. He had already discovered Captain Flint's treasure and hidden it somewhere safe. He promised to help Jim and his friends, but only if they agreed to take him back home when the journey was over. Meanwhile, the situation on the island was getting more dangerous. Long John Silver and the pirates had taken over the Hispaniola and demanded the treasure map. To protect themselves, Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, Squire Trelawney, and the other loyal men moved into an old log house on the island. From there, they prepared to defend themselves. Before long, a battle broke out. The pirates attacked the house with guns and swords, hoping to steal the map, but the honest men were brave, clever, and determined. They held their ground and kept the treasure safe. During all of this, Jim made a bold move. He found a small round boat and used it to sneak back to the Hispaniola. There he fought a fierce pirate and defeated him. Jim took control of the ship and sailed it to a safe spot far from the mutineers. Later, he returned to the stockade and told his companions what he had done. Together, they kept resisting the pirates. Silver tried to appear friendly again and pretended to switch sides to save himself, but Jim and the others no longer trusted him. Eventually, the pirates followed the map to where they believed the treasure was buried. They dug and dug, but found nothing. The gold had already been moved. They had been fooled and didn't realize that Ben Gunn had taken the treasure earlier and hidden it in a cave. Some pirates surrendered, some ran into the woods and disappeared, and others were too exhausted to continue. In the end, the good men were victorious. They were worn out but safe, and now they finally knew the treasure's true hiding place. They uncovered gold, jewels, silver, and coins from many different lands. The treasure was far greater than anything they had imagined. There was so much of it that they had to make several trips to load it onto the ship. At last, they were ready to leave the island behind. Only a few pirates remained there, some had died, and others had run into the forest and disappeared. Long John Silver was still with the group. He had helped them now and then, but he had also lied and deceived them more than once. Then, one night while everyone slept, Silver vanished. He took a small bag of treasure with him and was never seen again. The ship set sail for England. Jim and his companions were safe, and now they were wealthy. But Jim didn't feel the same as before. He had gone through a true adventure. He had faced fear, greed, and death. He had also discovered courage, loyalty, and trust. He was no longer just a boy, he had grown up. All right, it's Niharika here again from English Unleashed. Now let's go over some of the best vocabulary from today's pirate tale. These words will help you understand stories better and make your English sound more natural when you speak. I'll say each word, explain it clearly, give you a real-life example, and then we'll say it together. Time for shadowing. Ready? Great, let's begin. The first phrase is by the sea. This means near the ocean or along the coast. For example, they built a small cottage by the sea. They built a small cottage by the sea. Now repeat after me. They lived by the sea. The inn was by the sea. Nice job. The second word is in. An inn is a small hotel, usually quite old-fashioned and cozy. Try this. We stayed at a little inn during our road trip. We stayed at a little inn during our road trip. Now repeat, let's rest at an inn. Next, we have rough. When someone looks rough, it means they seem wild or tough, not clean or neatly dressed. For example, the sailor looked rough with messy hair and worn-out clothes. Now repeat after me, he looked rough and scary. That man has a rough voice. The fourth word is scar. A scar is a mark left on the skin after a wound heals. For instance, she has a small scar on her knee from when she fell. Now repeat, he has a scar on his face. Good work. Next up is nervous. Nervous means feeling worried or afraid that something bad might happen. Here's an example. I feel nervous before speaking in public. Now repeat this one. Jim looked nervous. And here's another example. She felt nervous before the test. Excellent. The next phrase is watching for someone. This means waiting and looking to see if someone is coming. For instance, he stood by the window watching for his friends. Now repeat, he was watching for danger. Nicely done. Next up is keep an eye out. This means to stay alert and watch carefully. Here's an example. Keep an eye out for your phone, you lose it a lot. Now repeat, keep an eye out for trouble. Great work. Our next word is pale. When someone is pale, their skin looks very white, often because they are scared or unwell. For example, she went pale when she heard the bad news. Now repeat, he looked pale. Fantastic. Now comes the word collapse. To collapse means to suddenly fall down because of fear, pain, or exhaustion. Repeat this, he collapsed on the floor. Very good. The next phrase is his heart simply gave out. This means his heart stopped, often from shock or terror. Now repeat, he was so scared his heart simply gave out. Well done. Next we have adventure. An adventure is an exciting and sometimes risky journey. For example, climbing the mountain was a big adventure. Now repeat, that was a great adventure. Excellent. The next word is voyage. A voyage is a long journey by ship. For example, the voyage took many weeks. Now repeat, we went on a long voyage. Perfect. Now let's look at strict. Strict describes someone who follows rules closely and expects others to do the same. Try this, our teacher is very strict but fair. Next is the phrase take over the ship. This means to gain control of the ship, often by force, like pirates do. For example, the pirates tried to take over the ship. Here's another phrase, right away. This means immediately, without delay. For example, come here right away. And the last one is walked off. To walk off means to leave a place quietly or without saying anything. For example, he didn't answer, he just walked off. Now repeat, Jim walked off into the forest. Great job. And that's it. Your vocabulary adventure is done. This is exactly how your English grows stronger, step by step. And remember, you're not doing it alone, we're here to guide you in every episode. I'm Niharika, and this is Insight English. Bye for now, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment on my channel for more podcasts.